Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few really know what you are. Machiavelli, azcc.m. You trust them with your secrets. You let them see you weak. You believe love means safety. But here's what Machiavelli knew that you don't. The people closest to you have the sharpest knives, and they know exactly where to cut. You smile at your best friend. You confide in your partner. You trust your family with your dreams. But deep down, something feels wrong. Something you can't name. It's not paranoia, it's instinct. And Machiavelli would tell you to listen. The person sitting next to you right now, they know your fears, your weaknesses, your triggers. They've watched you break down. They've seen you at 3 a.m. when you thought no one was looking. That's not intimacy. That's intelligence gathering, and you handed it to them for free. Machiavelli never wrote about love, he wrote about power, because he understood something most people never learn. Love without boundaries is just weakness wearing a pretty mask. Think about it. Who hurt you the most? Was it a stranger? Or was it someone who knew exactly which words would destroy you? Your ex didn't just leave. They used your insecurities against you first. Your friend didn't just gossip. They shared the one thing you begged them never to tell. Your family didn't just disappoint you. They weaponized your loyalty. This isn't accident. This is strategy. Machiavelli called it proximity power. The closer someone is, the more damage they can do. It's why bodyguards are the ones who assassinate kings. It's why business partners steal companies. It's why lovers become enemies overnight. Access equals opportunity, and opportunity reveals character. You thought closeness meant safety, but closeness just means they don't have to break down the door. You already gave them the key. Here's what they don't teach you about human nature. People don't destroy strangers, they destroy threats. And the biggest threat to someone's ego? Someone who knows their truth. Your success makes them feel small. Your growth makes them question their choices. Your happiness reminds them of what they don't have. So they smile. They support you publicly. They celebrate your wins in front of others. But privately, they plant seeds of doubt. They share your failures at dinner parties. They make jokes about your dreams when you're not around. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. He knew that enemies are honest about their hatred, but friends disguise their envy as concern. I'm just worried about you. Are you sure you're making the right choice? I don't want to see you get hurt. Translation: your success is making me uncomfortable. Your courage is highlighting my cowardice. Your growth is exposing my stagnation. They're not protecting you. They're protecting themselves from feeling inferior. Let me tell you about silent power. It's what Machiavelli called the art of the invisible throne. You don't argue with people who undermine you. You don't explain yourself to people who question your choices. You don't defend your dreams to people who never had the courage to chase their own. You disappear from their narrative entirely. Watch how they react when you stop feeding them information. When you stop asking for their opinion. When you stop making yourself small to make them comfortable. They panic because they just lost their favorite entertainment, your vulnerability. Your silence becomes your strength. Your distance becomes your dignity. You're not being cold, you're being strategic. Machiavelli knew that the most dangerous person in any room is the one who has nothing to prove. Because they're not performing for approval, they're just being. Here's the truth about loyalty. It should be earned, not assumed. It should be proven, not proclaimed. Someone who truly loves you doesn't need access to all your weaknesses to feel close to you. They don't need to know every detail of your struggles to support you. They don't need to see you broken to feel needed. Real loyalty protects your peace, not just your secrets. But most people confuse intimacy with invasion. They think love means having no boundaries. They believe trust means total transparency. That's not love. That's emotional colonization. Machiavelli would tell you, keep your castle, share the garden, not the throne room. If this is hitting different, comment, I see the game now. You're not alone in this awakening. You want to know the difference between love and manipulation? Love wants you to grow, even if it means growing away from them. Manipulation wants you to stay small, especially if it means staying close. Love celebrates your independence. Manipulation punishes it. Love trusts your judgment. Manipulation questions it. Love supports your dreams. Manipulation plants doubts about them. The people who love you don't need to control the narrative about your life. They trust you to write your own story. But the people who see you as a supporting character in their story, they'll edit you out the moment you try to be the main character in your own. That's not personal, that's predictable. Machiavelli called it the proximity trap. The closer you get, the more they think they own you. Your thoughts, your choices, your future. They don't. Here's what changes when you understand this. You stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You stop sharing your plans with people who only highlight the risks. You stop seeking approval from people who benefit from your self-doubt. You start moving like someone who knows their worth isn't up for debate. Your energy shifts, your presence changes. You become someone who can't be easily read, predicted, or controlled. And that terrifies the people who thought they had you figured out. Good. Let them be confused. Let them wonder what changed. Let them guess why you're different. Your mystery is your power. Your distance is your dignity. You're not being cruel, you're being careful. And Machiavelli would be proud. The hardest part isn't identifying the people who might betray you. The hardest part is accepting that love doesn't guarantee loyalty, that history doesn't ensure honesty, that closeness doesn't create character. Some people love you and still compete with you. Some people support you and still undermine you. Some people protect you and still project onto you. It's not that they're evil, it's that they're human. And humans are complicated creatures driven by ego, fear, and unconscious needs for control. Machiavelli didn't tell you to stop loving people. He told you to love them strategically, with boundaries, with awareness, with your eyes open. Hit the like button if you're ready to see relationships differently, and subscribe if this helped you remember something true about human nature. You thought survival meant being open, but survival means being selective. You thought trust meant transparency, but trust means discernment. You thought love meant vulnerability, but love means wisdom. The people worth keeping in your life won't punish you for having boundaries. They'll respect them. They won't guilt you for protecting your peace. They'll protect it with you. Everyone else, they're just revealing who they really are when they can't control who you're becoming. Machiavelli knew that power isn't about dominating others. It's about never giving others the power to dominate you. Your silence is a test. Your boundaries are a filter. Your distance is data. The people who pass these tests, keep them close. The people who fail them, let the distance speak. You don't owe anyone access to the parts of you they can't handle with care. Comment below if this felt like it was written about your life. Where are you still giving away your power? You're not alone in this realization. Remember this, the loneliest place isn't being alone. It's being surrounded by people who make you feel like you have to hide who you are to be loved. True intimacy isn't about sharing everything. It's about sharing yourself with people who won't use your honesty against you. Real love doesn't require you to be small. It gives you permission to be whole. And the right people, they'll love the full version of you, not just the parts that make them comfortable. Everyone else can love the memory of who you used to be while you become who you're meant to be. The room feels different now because you finally understand the game, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Subscribe if this helped you remember something true about yourself, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is help someone see clearly. You're not broken. You were just playing by rules that were designed to keep you small. Now you know better, and knowing better means you can do better. The real you was never meant to be silent. It was just waiting for this moment, when you'd finally remember who you are.